Hi guys, so I've wanted one of these bikes for a long time and I finally got one. And I took it for a little ride. That's right, you heard the sound. That's a two-stroke street bike. It's an RD350. Now let's talk a little bit about it because I want to give you my first impressions on this bike. This is a 1973 RD350. It's a two-cylinder parallel twin two-stroke. These came out as lightweight two-stroke bikes that compete with the four-stroke bikes. These were amazing little machines. They're oil injected, gas in one tank. It has an oil injector on the side of it that works really good. I mean, here it is, 2020, and this is a 73, and the oil injector's still working fine. So after that ride, I came back, and the expectations I had of this bike for years and years until I finally got my hands on one was deflated a little bit. I'm going to be honest. The bike is super cool and it feels really light, but the power was just not there. Now listen to me. This was not running good. It's blowing smoke. You can tell it was running rich. The bike's been sitting for a while. So I'm gonna put that feeling aside for a minute until I get these carburetors rebuilt and we get it running good. It just, you can hear it in that video a little bit. It's just not running clean. It's gurgling. It's running rich. I can see fluid and stuff like it's leaking out of the head, the exhaust head, the headers and stuff like that. So, I'm going to look into all that stuff. Another problem I had was that it kept blowing fuses under the seat. It was like I started up, it ran good. After that ride, I came back, started up again, it wouldn't start. Like all the power was gone. It was cut off. So underneath the seat, there's a bunch of wires underneath there. Not a whole lot, but just enough where it was grounding out somewhere, and it kept blowing the fuse. After I replaced 3 fuses, get it to fire up again, and I found out every time I closed the seat, it would blow the fuse. I got that ironed out. Took it for a long ride. Today, I go to get the bike started up, coming here, it starts up a little bit, put it in gear and go to take off, and it dies again and blows the fuse again. So I got to figure that out. It's got a couple little issues, but this bike's in really good shape. Let me show you. All right, so here it is. Now, the title says 73. Some guys are telling me this paint job's a 74. I don't know. It's what the title says. So 73, 74, I don't think they made many changes at all. This is a 6-speed transmission on here. And when it runs smooth. And, one of the things I noticed is that I thought it was going to have some rip-roaring, power band, and it was really mellow, and it was actually really smooth. The bike ran pretty good. It definitely was gurgling and running rich, and you can see I'm a little concerned. I'm going to do a leak down test and stuff, but, usually if you have, a lot of smoke coming out of this side, this is the side where the crankcase oil can get into it. It may be a crank seal, but I'll do a leak down test and I'll figure that out. But the carburetors are leaking. They originally came in black, and the black paint peels off of these. This is normal. So, but if I don't know if you'll be able to see down in there, but the it is leaking some fuel down in there. So I got to deal with that. I also noticed in between, you can see the wetness in there. I got to figure that out. But you know what? It's a two-stroke. One of the things I'm not going to tolerate is a two-stroke running bad. These are super simple engines. Two-strokes are easy. That's one of the things that keeps them alive for all these years. And I'm going to pull it all apart and check it out and get everything looking good. Like I said, two-strokes are simple. These engines are simple. They're piston port engines in here, so the pistons themselves have ports on them. I'm going to check it out. A lot of the Banshee stuff fits on this as well, so I got a lot of options for parts. I'm not worried about that. I'm just excited I got one. It's got this old style cafe seat of the era there, so I kind of like that. I'm going to keep that on there. The tank is in good shape. A couple little dents. You can see one there. But really not that bad. These Clubman bars are a little brutal. I was never a fan of Clubmans. When I was younger, I've always kind of wanted a bike with them, but now that I have them, I'm going to put on something like the Daytona bars or something on there. This bike has 17,000 miles on it, and it has a top end put in it, but it kind of like, it's got too much noise in there. So I'm sure they just threw pistons in there. Whenever I do top ends, I like to, size it up and make sure you got everything fitting right, or else they're going to slap around, especially if they're wise codes. I don't know what's in here yet, but I'll take that apart and check it out. These brakes are horrible. They're these single disc thing. I don't know. These things are they're just not good. I mean, compared to the standard stuff, they're not good. So we're going to see if I can update those or just get another. If any RD guys out there watching this, if you know of brake caliper that'll fit in here, or some options I have, let me know. Because I'd like to upgrade that, and a braided line and that kind of stuff, and make these brakes work good. I'm kind of in the air what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I should keep it stock. I don't know if I should go ahead and strip it down and lighten it up. You know, these days these bikes are made to be light, and I would like to kind of stick to that theme. I got this from a friend. He drove it all the way down from New York to me here in North Carolina. Thank you, Nino. You're the man. He knew I'd like these bikes, and he gave me a call when it was time to sell it, and I was more than happy to take this bike off his hands. So sometimes you gotta, you know, the bikes that you want, when you got that opportunity, you have to pass it up. You know, but this bike here, I'd like to get expansion chambers, different things, all kinds of things. Man, I got all kinds of ideas running through my head. Anyway, guys, hope you like this video. Hope you like these bikes. RD guys, two-stroke guys, please get in the comments, make some noise. Let me hear what you think. Talk to me about this, guys. And I'll see you on the next one. This build's going to be in the future. Probably not right away. I'm going to do a couple tests on it, but I've got a couple dirt bikes I got to get in here and stuff and work on that and get those right. But yeah, man, make some noise in the comments. Let me hear what you guys think. Until next time, guys, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for further notifications. Until next time, this is TEPCO Cycle Repair.